Oh shit! One Piece chapter, what's it, 735? Oh man, that shit's out. Time to get this review in. Okay, cover pages and what you call them? What's my man? Sanji, he playing soccer with these armadillos, just kicking them around. They turn into balls and he's kicking them around. Means absolutely shit to me. Means nothing to me. Let's go ahead and get to the real guts of the story. Anyway, back at the tournament, everybody's going to the infirmary. You already know what that means. They're getting ready to get turned into toys and shit. Rebecca's there. She's saying hi to Lucy, who she thinks is Luffy. She notices it's not him. And you can see her, like, he drew the scar on his chest to make him look like he was Luffy. And he's there with Bartolomeo. And Bartolomeo already can tell that he was told that Sabo is Luffy's brother. You know, because, and he already felt that power when Sabo said, "Get the fuck out of my way." He was like, "Please," and pushed him out the way, right? So he already know the dude's strong and he's Luffy's brother. So that's why he said, "How dare you address this person so casually?" Because he got that much respect for him because he see the dude's power and that he's Luffy's brother. Otherwise, he wouldn't have said that. Anyway, he explains to her, oh my God, this part had me, woo! This part had me, you know, losing my damn mind for a second. He addresses her and he says that the way things are going in that city right now is somewhat like, you know, his old town. So, yo, what's up, Panthor? I can't, whatever, however you pronounce your name. Okay, so he was just explaining how his country is similar to what was going on and whatnot, and that's pretty much it. But the part that had me, you know, amped was the fact that he had a pipe. At first, I'm thinking, okay, it's just a staff. Now it ain't just, you know, it's a point that he's still using the same fighting style he had back then. Remember, he had that pipe? He's still using the same pipe. It ain't even just a staff. He's still using the same pipe. So he obviously advanced on his fighting style. Now, in terms of the three, Ace, Sabo, and Luffy, Luffy's fighting style stayed the same. He was using the his devil fruit, you know, to his advantage. To his advantage, right? Now, of course, he advanced on it, but he was trying to use his devil fruit power. Ace, he completely changed. Why? Because now he has a devil fruit. He started using his devil fruit. But before then, he was just fighting head-on, hand-to-hand combat, you know. Now, when we see him fight Blackbeard, stuff like that, he was shooting flames, stuff like that. That was his main thing, using that devil fruit. Now, Sabo, he was using that pipe. So I want to see how far he advances in that pipe. And being that he's still using the pipe, I'm figuring that he probably doesn't have a devil fruit power. He probably still does not have a devil fruit power because he's still using the pipe. You understand? Maybe he can use it in conjunction with a devil fruit, but as far as I'm right now, I'm going to say that he doesn't have a devil fruit power. Anyway, we cut to Luffy's team, and they're with what's her name, Viola, and she's trying to help them get into the what's that fucking thing called, the castle, whatever the fuck the place. She's trying to help them get into the, you know, that castle or whatever. Now they go up to the entrance, and it's like a little mini city up there, and it's got like high end people up there, you know, like the upper echelon type of, you know, people up there. And they have she thanks the dwarf for, you know, helping them out, helping Rebecca and stuff like that. She revealed that her sister was killed, you know, I'm guessing by Doflamingo or indirectly by Doflamingo. And there's actually a secret entrance into getting into this castle. I'm guessing that's what it's called. See, I forgot what it's called, but it's the same shit. It's a castle. And it was being used by the Riku family. So she shows them that. And as far as we know, Doflamingo doesn't even know about it. You know, he's using somebody else's castle, so he might not know everything about it. So anyway, she opens up the secret entrance. My boys get down there. It's somewhat of a elevator in there. Except you had to pull yourself up. You know how some houses they had that little it's like a little platform. It's a little elevator, and you put your food on there, and somebody, wheel it to you, something like that, or you put clothes or whatever you want to put in there. As far as I know, a lot of these people use it for food, so that way they can just get it, delivered to their room without having. It's like a little chute. Well, the same type of system. It's a little pulley system that you can pull yourself up with. Now, here's the crazy thing. Luffy says, Zoro tells Luffy to go to the top with the boulder. I'm guessing since it's gonna be easier for him than anybody else, 'cause he can just stretch up there and with the boulder and pull them down. Then he could use his rocket, gum rocket, whatever, to get back up. So Kinemon and they try to get up there as fast as they can. These motherfuckers sit in the damn basket and they tell Viola to get up there, right? Now I'm looking at the next page and you see a big crash. That's what I was thinking, because I'm looking at this motherfucker like, okay, you're gonna put a boulder on the other side. Now that boulder looks pretty heavy. I'm thinking that shit shot him through the fucking floor. You know what I'm saying? Like he just hurry up, jumped in, and let the rock go and shot him through the damn floor right into the fucking castle. But turns out this is actually back to Frankie. Frankie did this. I'm looking at a little piece of Frankie right there. He says that that dude Senor Pink is annoying. Now back when we first seen Senor Pink, it looked like he was getting ready to put a hurting on my boy, right? Because he slammed the shit out of him. But turns out no. I'm guessing though that even though they didn't show it, I'm thinking Luffy's gonna launch Kinemon and Zoro right through the fucking floor by accident, just being too rough. Anyway, Frankie, he got these damn he got a rocket launcher in his shoulder. He starts shooting at every fucking body. People were scared. They say he's crazy, and I'm starting to see that he is kind of crazy. Remember, he fired on Buffalo and Baby Six out the blue. Like this dude, it looked like this dude was starting to take at his parents. He's like he's a real pirate. He's firing on everybody. He just pop, pop, bang, 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 just firing on every fucking body. He don't care. Anyway, Senor Pink, he's brushing his teeth and he's getting blasted on by Frankie. He couldn't do shit to Frankie. Now, right now, it looks like he's not that hurt. But as far as we know, they were fighting. I'm thinking he's a little bit hurt. He got hit by the rocket. Now he's all chipped up. He's hurting. They said you could have used your devil fruit. He got a fruit called the water fruit, right? Or the smoothly fruit. Also water fruit. I don't know what the fuck. One of them two. The susu no mi, sui no mi. Yeah, sui no mi. That's water. Yeah, sui. If I'm not mistaken, that's Japanese for water. He can't. I don't think he could turn into water. I think whatever he wants to move through, he could swim through it, and it turns into like water. It's like water. Whatever he touches, he could turn into something. He could give it water properties, whatever. Turns out he could have escaped if he wanted to. He was trying to help his crew, his people. This guy looked like the dude's, he's about loyalty. Loyalty brings royalties. And he's putting alcohol on himself. I'm guessing he's treating his wounds and whatnot. And why was he brushing his teeth? I don't fucking know. I'm guessing that maybe that had something to do with his teeth was hurt or something like that. He got bust up, so he was trying to tend to his wounds or something like that. Looks like that's what he's doing now. I'm guessing that when he was brushing his teeth, he was doing the same thing. Or he was just trying to look cool while he was trying to protect his, his people. He said he didn't want to move to make sure that his people didn't get hurt. Frankie got that shit on lock. Frankie ain't got a scratch on him. He fucked the dude up. So now we see Frankie's hardcore and he's pretty tough. What you call this new guy from Doflamingo's crew comes down. His name's Machvise or something like that. Machvise. He tries to body slam the shit out of my boy Frankie. Frankie's able to get out the way. Somebody in the comment section put Zoro versus Fujitora. Oh yeah, they showed that in the opening on the anime. The new episode that came out was in the opening. I want to see it, but as far as that, I don't know if there's anything else you want to talk about. Fujitora versus Zoro. That seems good to me. As far as I think now, I think Fujitora's probably got my man Zoro's card right now, but maybe when he get a little bit stronger, he'll be able to beat him. As far as I can see now. So Machvise is trying to take it to Frankie. And then we see all these Marines come out. Remember the Marines that was waiting on the Straw Hats? Well, they found Frankie. And now they're getting ready to start firing on everybody. Cut back to Doflamingo. He's talking to Fujitora. They you know what? I had said before that I think that Fujitora, at first I said I thought he was from Wano, and turns out I thought he was just an old samurai from Wano, and turns out he's a Marine Admiral. I'm going to say that even though it turns out he's an Admiral, he might still be from Wano. He's wearing the damn samurai, what's the fucking thing? Samurai Jack slippers, and he's a swordsman. I'm going to say that he probably still is from Wano. Just one of the few that escaped and became part of, joined the Marines. Yeah, that's an assumption. It might not necessarily be true. Anyway, him and Doflamingo, they became allies, but there's a string attached. They get into a conversation. My man Fujitora says that he just wants to help out because he knows that some of them the citizens of that island will get jacked up by Luffy and stuff like that in the aftermath of what he does and stuff like that in the interim. So he wants to help out. He doesn't want to see people get hurt and whatnot. But then he also says, I'll deal with you later. Meaning that right now he wants to help Doflamingo, but only because it's going to help save a few people. But then he reveals that he doesn't like the Shibukai system because it allows 7 pirates to do what they want. He says that he doesn't like that, and I like that because my man, Akiji was he was an admiral before, and they showed how different each admiral is. Akiji was kind of loose, and he was kind of he'll let what am I trying to say? He'll bend the rules. And he was more on the good side. Like he tried to, I think he wanted good things. Then you had Kizaru, who was in the middle. Like he's trying to protect people, but people get messed up in the meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? It was that. Now, Akainu, he was just on the far side of, absolute justice. I don't care if we got to hurt our own people. So it was like Akainu over here, Kizaru in the middle, then Akiji on the other side. Now, it looks like Fujitora is over there on the same side or a similar side as Akiji. You see what I'm saying? Like he doesn't want he doesn't want to hurt. He doesn't want people to get hurt, and he wants to make sure that he does the right thing. Even if he has to challenge the world government, because he's challenging the world's government. Their current system. Where they use some pirates to take care of the smaller pirates. They let bigger pirates exist to keep other bigger pirates from rising up, which makes some sense, but they let them get too much freedom. He doesn't like that. So I like how they explained it. I think that was one of the biggest parts of this this chapter. Now, my boy Doflamingo, he listened to that. He's like, oh, is that a challenge? Basically, he's saying, should I take care of you right now since you're going to come after me at some point anyway? I might as well take care of you right now. Fujitora says, nah, we don't need to get into this right now. Let's go handle that's later on. Let's just go handle this stuff that we got right now. Then we could do that later on. Doflamingo's like, okay, let's do that later on. Basically he lets that slide. Fujitora lets it slide. Now we cut to the back to the tournament. They got a different ring now. It's like a central ring. Then there's little openings, I guess, to make it harder to fight. So it's easier to get a ring out now because it's more water there. It's more wide open. Everybody comes to the ring. My boy Sabo, he shows up and he does the same thing as Luffy. Like he jumps to the ground and that same stance that Luffy had. He does the same thing. Look like he might be taller than Luffy. The way they draw him, I'm not sure though. But anyway, he comes out with a pipe. I wonder who's going to notice that his whole fighting style is going to be completely different from Luffy's. Because even though he could disguise himself and call himself Luffy, you see him using the devil fruit power. Like he showed himself using it. So you can see him stretch and everything else like that. So Sabo, he's going to be using that pipe. I wonder if somebody gonna see the difference. But anyway, I'm gonna give this episode. I'm gonna say a 4, maybe 4.25. Like right, I'm gonna say a 4. It was a good episode. I like what they did with Fujitora, like I explained. You know how they set him up, and now we got another system, you know, of power. And I want to see the next admiral and see what he's about. They gave a good, you know, a decent view of. I mean, a decent. What am I trying to say? What's the word? Montage. I guess that's the word of Fujitora's views. You know, in terms of the government and his role as the admiral. We also see that Doflamingo and them, they won't be friends at some point in time. Frankie, we found out Frankie's really a beast. He doesn't even have a damn scratch on him. So that was good. And we finally going to get to the point where Luffy's coming for Doflamingo. He's already in the castle. He's getting ready to take it to him. So, of course, this is a real good setup chapter, basically. And we got some good information from it. But go ahead, leave your comment. Let me know what you think. Like the video and subscribe. Anime and manga means more. Swimming through a whole lot of walls, floors, dumb shit, admirals. Peace. Alright, now how I get out of this? Alright.